crikey, what do I write about? Where do I start? Because these might be questions if you're thinking of where I started and you want to do a children's book. And I started to think about my own childhood and the books that I loved. I remember just staring at this image, and it felt like for hours. And it was just two mice, and they're just kind of side by side looking at this silver moon. And I knew I wanted to incorporate the mouse in the book. And this is what happened. I thought, yeah, big dreams. It's going to be about this mouse. There was two dogs in my life, so particularly one of them, who was my neighbour's dog. And my neighbour's dog was called Nasher. And Nasher and me, we were like that. I was a big black scruffy dog, seriously scruffy. I mean, in so much so, the fleas, you could see them jumping off him. I went to school. And guess what? Guess who followed me to school one day? And Nasher came into the classroom, and he behaved. He was as good as gold. He sat next to me for the whole day, the whole time. So this here, oh, can you see? This was kind of a remembrance of Mia, because through the whole time of doing the book, she was on my journey as well. Sadly, she ended up with cancer in her mouth and died before it was finished. So the book is dedicated to Mia, and because this here is Nasher, this just for me is Nasher. But this is the start of the story, and this is a street in Utoxeter where I live. So the whole start of the story goes along there at the very start. And this is where I was sitting in the coffee shop in Utoxeter trying to think of the story. And I looked up the street. This is in Waitrose. And that's where the very start of the story began. When you create something from your heart and you put it out there, the way I can describe it is a bit like saying to somebody that you love them and you're kind of wondering if they're going to say it back to you, because your vulnerability is definitely put out there, and I think that as an artist or as a writer or as as somebody who creates in some form, anything that's creative, we put it out there and we put our heart and soul into it, and we just hope that people will say, I love you back. And it's the vulnerability of when we create something, we put it out there, and we just want somebody to say, yeah, it's made them happy. Art is definitely, and creativity, it's on a journey. That's the journey that I've gone on, and I'm thrilled to say that it's gone all over the world. It's in Australia, it's in China. I keep believing in whatever you're doing, and just send it out there and don't be afraid. Thanks again. See you. Bye.